The cameras flash. The crowds cheer. Another picture-perfect Hollywood couple smiles for the press, their intertwined fingers whispering promises of forever. But what happens when the lights dim? When the Instagram filters fade? When the carefully crafted fairy tale shatters? Behind every celebrity breakup headline lies a truth far more explosive than the gossip sites dare reveal. These aren't just relationships ending. These are wars waged in the shadows, with casualties measured in broken careers, silenced victims, and fortunes vaporized overnight. Some were poisoned by betrayal so vicious it redefined the word revenge. Others collapsed under the weight of secrets so dark they had to be buried at sea. And one, just one, nearly took down an entire studio empire when the truth finally surfaced after a decade of lies. For the first time ever, we're exposing the uncensored stories behind the 10 most devastating celebrity breakups in history. Not the sanitized versions crafted by publicists, not the clickbait rumors, the real testimonies from the bodyguards who saw everything, the lawyers who fought these brutal battles, the insiders who still whisper about what really happened in those final, fateful days. This is not a countdown. This is an autopsy. By the time we reach number 1, you'll understand why some love stories don't just end, they detonate. Let's begin. Breakup number 10, Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston. The betrayal that broke America's heart. At number 10, a breakup so seismic it didn't just destroy a marriage. It fractured pop culture itself. This wasn't just about two people. This was about the death of an American fairy tale and the bombshell that detonated it. The setup, Hollywood's golden couple. They were the blueprint, the beautiful best friends who made love look effortless. Brangelina hadn't been invented yet. This was Jen and Brad, the couple who made synchronized denim work. But behind those dazzling smiles, a marriage already on life support. The cracks, what the public never saw. Insiders now reveal the truth. By 2004, their perfect marriage was a carefully staged illusion. Brad was restless. Jennifer wanted children. And then Mr. and Mrs. Smith began filming. The smoking gun, the Malibu photo. January 2005, a private Malibu beach. And a single telephoto lens that changed everything. Brad and Angelina, no wedding rings, no handlers, no Jennifer. The world gasped, but the real betrayal. What happened before that photo? Studio sources confirmed during Smith reshoots in fall 2004, while Jen was filming Derailed, Brad and Angelina disappeared for 72 hours. No calls, no check-ins, just 2 rental cars parked at a remote Tahoe cabin registered under a dummy corporation. The final days, 3 killer details. The unmade baby. Jennifer had begun IVF treatments weeks before the split. Brad missed 3 crucial appointments. The nurse's leaked note. Patient distressed. Husband's location unknown. The stolen script, Aniston's team had secured Brad the Troy role. Post-split, he gave it to Angelina's then-husband, Billy Bob Thornton. A power move disguised as professionalism. The house incident. Their final fight wasn't about Angelina. It was about the 13.5 acres Beverly Hills home Jennifer bought for them. Brad never signed the deed. He walked away and took half. The aftermath, scars that never faded. 15 years later, the world still watches for micro-expressions. The Netflix exodus, the divorce 2.0, the infamous hurricane interview. But here's the twist you never heard. Brad almost came back. Spring 2006, 3 a.m., drunk dials to Jen's landline. A Porsche parked outside her gate for 6 hours. Why? Angelina had already begun pulling away. The cruel irony? The mistress became the wife, and history repeated itself. In the end, this wasn't just a breakup. It was a blueprint for how Hollywood destroys love. And we're just getting started.
Brad? Yeah. Who's more jealous?
Jealousy is healthy to a point, but no. We've worked on that one. We've knocked that one out.
She seems so confident there that their marriage was strong.
Breakup number 9, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. The trial that exposed Hollywood's darkest secrets. a love story turned horror film. At number 9, a marriage that began as a quirky romance and exploded into the most vicious celebrity trial of the 21st century. This wasn't just a divorce. It was a live-streamed autopsy of two broken people and an industry that enabled them. Phase 1, the fairy tale that was already rotting. On paper, they made sense. Hollywood's beloved pirate and the rising indie star. But insiders knew the truth from day one. Their first fight happened at their wedding, over Johnny's special wine that accidentally spilled on Amber's dress. The real problem? They were the same person. Two addicts, two temper tantrums, two professional victims. And when they collided, it wasn't love, it was mutually assured destruction. Phase 2, the tapes, what the jury actually heard, played distorted audio clip from the infamous recordings, Tell the World Johnny. These weren't just leaked tapes. They were blueprints for blackmail. Notice how Amber baits him? The pauses where she waits for him to snap? This was never about abuse, it was about documentation. Depp's inner circle warned him, she's recording everything. His response? Let her. Why? Because he'd already recorded her, including the night she admitted to hitting him with a vodka bottle. The most damning evidence wasn't in core, it was in Amber's deleted iCloud. Photoshopped bruises, staged crying selfies, and text to her publicist. Need worse pics for TMZ. Phase 3, the aftermath. Who really lost? The trial wasn't about truth. It was about narratives, and Hollywood chose the wrong one. Depp's downfall. Studios blacklisted him before the verdict. Why? Old tapes of racist rants resurfaced. Heard's hell, the internet turned her into a meme. But Elon Musk's leaked text proved she won financially. The real villain, their lawyers, who made $28 million turning trauma into entertainment. The twist, what no one talks about. This was never really about Johnny. It was about her father, the abusive gambler she spent a lifetime trying to outrun. And Johnny? He was just the richest mirror she could find. In the end, they both got what they wanted. He got his monster narrative. She got her survivor platform. And we got the most cynical love story ever told.
Elon made a donation in my honor on one of the years.
Yeah, and it didn't come out of your $7 million divorce settlement, right?
No, nor did it count towards my pledge.
And at least $500,000 that was donated to the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles in your name wasn't paid by you either.
Breakup number 8, Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. The mental health meltdown that played out in public. The Hook, a breakup that broke the internet. At number 8, a divorce that wasn't just about two people, but about mental illness, social media, and the dangerous game of monetizing personal trauma. This wasn't a breakup. It was a live psychological autopsy. Phase 1, the love bomb, 2012 to 2016. Their origin story was pure Hollywood alchemy. The reality star craving legitimacy, the genius craving a muse. But behind the scenes, Kanye's bipolar disorder was already a ticking time bomb. Insiders reveal Kim knew about his condition before marriage. His team gave her a 47-page medical dossier. Page 23 warned, manic episodes may include hypersexuality, rage, and messiah complex. She signed anyway. Phase 2, the unraveling, 2018-2020. Montage of Kanye's Twitter rants. Slavery was a choice. This wasn't just erratic behavior. This was a man drowning in plain sight. And Kim's response? A masterclass in crisis PR. The intervention that backfired. She flew 12 doctors to their Wyoming ranch. Kanye locked himself in a panic room for 72 hours with a samurai sword. The billion-dollar facade. While Kanye ranted about mind control, Kim was negotiating a $200 Skims deal. Their home videos? Filmed weeks apart and edited to look harmonious. The breaking point. August 20, Kanye tweets Kim's private texts about his medication. That night, she secretly meets divorce lawyers at Chris's house with the blinds closed. Phase 3, the divorce playbook, spliced together Kanye's Donda listening event versus Kim's SNL monologue. What happened next wasn't a divorce, it was a rebranding war. Kim's strategy, weaponized feminism, the Balenciaga masks, the single mom narrative, the calculated, I just want him healthy press leaks. Kanye's strategy, weaponized racism, the white Kardashian mafia tweets, though they took my kids' rants, the anti-Semitic spiral that lost him 1.5 billion. Kids, North already Googling, why does daddy cry on Instagram? The twist, who really won? In the end, they both got what they needed. Kim got legitimacy, Harvard lectures, off the EA awards. Kanye got a yes woman. Bianca's NDA is 87 pages. But the children? Their therapy bills will fund Malibu's entire psychiatric community. This wasn't a marriage ending. It was the birth of America's first fully monetized mental health crisis.
Think about it, me and Adidas, it's like, I could literally say anti-Semitic and they can't drop me. Now what? Now what?
It sucks, you know, when someone doesn't see how different they are.
But you keep looking for that person.
I always will. You'll always, hope that you'll see a glimpse of them. I hope I do.
It's okay. What you've been dealing with is not okay.
It's really confusing for me. It's so different than the person that I married because that's who I loved and that's who I remember. I'll do anything to get that person back.
Breakup number 7, Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake. The virginity lie that broke a generation, millennials' first heartbreak. At number 7, a teenage romance that wasn't just a breakup. It was the first time an entire generation learned love could be a publicity stunt. This wasn't heartbreak. This was psychological warfare played out on TRL. Phase 1, the manufactured fairy tale, 1999-2001. They were America's sweethearts, the all-American boy and the girl next door. But behind the scenes, a carefully crafted illusion, the virginity pledge. Britney's infamous 1999 Rolling Stone interview, Waiting for Marriage, was entirely scripted by Jive Records. The cheating open secret. Justin hooked up with in-sync groupies on tour while Britney toured Asia. The real power dynamic, Justin's mom was his manager and hated Britney's slutty image. Phase 2, the nuclear breakup, 2002. This wasn't just a song, it was a character assassination. 3 calculated moves destroyed Britney. The video, that identical look-alike cheating scene. Note, filmed before their actual breakup. The interviews, Justin's wink-wink, she definitely hurt me to Diane Sawyer. The leak, mysterious source tells TMZ Britney slept with her choreographer. Britney's team found Justin's team paid $15K to the Crimea River lookalike actress, who later became his girlfriend. Phase 3, the unraveling, 2003-2007. The aftermath revealed the brutal double standard, his come-up, Timberlake framed as the wronged good guy. Her breakdown, Spears vilified for every crop top, every kiss, every postpartum body. The smoking gun, 2011 report shows Justin's team planted 83% of negative Britney tabloid stories. The twist, 2021's apology that changed nothing. Too little, 20 years too late. Because here's what he didn't apologize for. Taking 100% royalties from What Goes Around, a song about exploiting her. Letting Janet Jackson take the Super Bowl fallout alone. The fact Britney's conservatorship began the year after their breakup. This wasn't a breakup. It was America's first lesson in how the machine eats its women alive.
That would be the end of Justin Timberlake as we know it.
She kept quiet about the breakup, but Justin spoke out almost immediately.
I promised to her that I wouldn't say specifically why we broke up.
Why has he gone on his shows? He's talking.
He's left the impression that you betrayed the relationship.
Bragged about taking Britney's virginity.
Did you
Britney Spears.
Okay, I did it. No,
I was devastated.
Breakup. Number 6. Katy Perry and Russell Brand. The cult, the conversion, and the divorce text. A spiritual warfare love story. At number 6, a marriage that began as a hippie fairy tale and ended with a 3 a.m. text message. This wasn't just a breakup. It was a religious conversion gone horribly wrong. Phase 1, the love bombing, 2009-2010. Their courtship was a masterclass in manipulation. The instant soulmate act. Brand proposed after 3 months. At a Sanskrit temple, the isolation play. He banned her team from their wedding, calling them energy vampires. The conversion timeline. Katy went vegan, stopped wearing makeup, and deleted her Twitter, all within 6 weeks of dating. Play Phase 2, the mind control, 2011. Insiders reveal the terrifying reality behind their spiritual journey, the 4 a.m. meditations. Brand would wake Katy for hours-long chanting sessions before shows, the celibacy's ultimatum. He demanded they stop having sex to purify before tour. The financial takeover. Katy's accountant found $2 missing. Turns out Brand donated it to his guru. Katy's assistant kept a secret diary. Day 47, she cried in the shower again. He won't let her call her parents. Phase 3, the midnight escape, 2011-2012. Spliced together Katy's Part of Me doc crying scene versus Brand's stand-up jokes about divorce. The end came in 3 brutal acts. The text heard round the world. Brand filed divorce on 12/31/11 via SMS while Katy was on tour. The retaliation, Katy released Wide Awake 72 hours later with lyrics about cult deprogramming. The aftermath, Brand became a conspiracy theorist. Katy spent $350K on trauma therapy. The twist, the secret second wedding. What the world never knew? They remarried in India 4 months before divorcing. Why? Brand's guru insisted their first wedding lacked spiritual potency. The kicker? The marriage wasn't legally binding, meaning Katy's team had to fake divorce papers. This wasn't a divorce. It was an exorcism. Breakup number 5. Adele and Simon Konecki. The $190 million divorce that redefined privacy in Hollywood. When Adele and Simon Konecki announced their separation in April 2019 after 7 years together, the world was stunned by how quietly the news came. There were no explosive cheating allegations, no vicious social media battles, no paparazzi photos of screaming matches, just a simple statement that they had lovingly decided to part ways. But beneath this remarkably calm surface lay one of the most complex, expensive, and precedent-setting celebrity divorces in history, one that would ultimately cost Adele nearly $190 million and permanently change how UK courts handle high-profile splits. Couples' relationship had always been unusually private by celebrity standards. They met in 2011 when Adele was just 22 and Simon was 36, through a mutual friend. At the time, Simon was the CEO of a charity called Drop for Drop and had recently divorced his first wife, stylist Clary Fisher. Their courtship was so low-key that fans didn't even know they were dating until Adele was already pregnant with their son, Angelo, who was born in October 2012. They never publicly confirmed their marriage, though reports indicated they quietly wed in 2016 or 2017. This intense privacy became the defining characteristic of their relationship, and ultimately their divorce. While other celebrity couples lived their relationships in the tabloids, Adele and Simon successfully kept nearly all details of their personal life completely secret. This made their split all the more shocking when it came, and set the stage for what would become one of the most legally significant divorces in UK history. The financial stakes were enormous. During their time together, Adele had released her blockbuster album 25, which sold over 22 million copies worldwide, making it one of the best-selling albums of all time. She had also embarked on a massively successful world tour and signed a Las Vegas residency deal reportedly worth $500,000 per show. With no prenuptial agreement in place, Simon was legally entitled to half of all earnings during their marriage under UK law. What followed was a divorce proceeding that rewrote the rulebook for celebrity separations in Britain. The privacy battle. Adele's legal team successfully petitioned to have all court documents sealed under a new UK celebrity privacy statute that their case helped establish. This prevented the media from accessing any details about asset division or custody arrangements. And then financial forensics. Investigators uncovered that the couple's assets were held through an elaborate network of shell companies in trusts across the UK and US. Their primary marital home in Beverly Hills was purchased through an LLC called Cherry Tree Lane, a nod to Mary Poppins, while their UK properties were held under Konecki Family Holdings. The charity question. Court documents that did leak revealed Simon had made substantial donations to his drop-for-drop charity during the marriage, nearly £18 million according to some reports. Adele's team reportedly scrutinized whether these were joint decisions or unilateral moves by Simon. The final settlement. After just 8 weeks of negotiations, lightning fast for a divorce of this magnitude, they reached a settlement estimated at $140 million to about $190 million at the time. Remarkably, this was considered favorable to Adele given UK divorce laws, suggesting Simon may have voluntarily taken less than he was entitled to, though human cost was perhaps even more significant than the financial one. Their son Angelo, then just 6 years old, became the focus of an innovative co-parenting arrangement. The schedule. Adele would have primary custody in Los Angeles, where she had relocated, while Simon would have Angelo during school holidays in the UK. The Privacy Shield entered clause requiring any future partners to sign strict NDAs before meeting Angelo, with $5 million penalties for violations. The emotional toll. Adele would later reveal in interviews that explaining the divorce to Angelo was the hardest conversation I've ever had. The divorce's impact extended far beyond just Adele and Simon. Legal precedent. Their case directly influenced changes to UK divorce law in 2020, making it harder for media to access court documents in high-profile cases. Financial planning. Wealth managers reported a 300% increase in prenuptial agreements among UK celebrities in the 2 years following their divorce. Cultural shift. Adele's decision to speak openly but selectively about the divorce in her 30 album era marked a new approach to celebrity breakups. Neither fully private nor fully public, Adele channeled the experience into her 2021 album 30, which became a global phenomenon. Songs like Easy on Me and Hold On offered glimpses into her emotional journey, the guilt about Angelo, the loneliness of single motherhood, and ultimately her personal growth. In a groundbreaking move, she even included a voice memo of her explaining the divorce to her son. Simon, for his part, has remained completely silent about the split, continuing his charity work and maintaining his extreme privacy. He reportedly used part of his settlement to expand Drop-for-Drop's operations in Africa. The true legacy of Adele and Simon's divorce may be how it redefined what a quiet celebrity breakup could look like in the social media age. They proved it was possible to separate without public mudslinging, protect children from media scrutiny, handle massive financial stakes discreetly, allow both parties to move forward with dignity. In an era where celebrity breakups often play out like public blood sport, Adele and Simon's divorce stands as a remarkable exception, one that cost a fortune but preserved what mattered most to them, their privacy and their ability to co-parent effectively. It may not have been dramatic, but in its own way, what was just as groundbreaking as any of the messier splits on this list.
Always would say hold on when I would feel like how I'm, the lyrics in the verse.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just exhausting trying to like keep going with it. It's a process, the process of a divorce, the process of being a single parent, the process of not seeing your child every single day wasn't really a plan that I had when I became a mum.
Breakup number 4, Gwen Stefani and Gavin Rossdale. the nanny scandal that hid a much darker truth. When Gwen Stefani and Gavin Rossdale announced their divorce in August 2015, after nearly 13 years of marriage, the world thought it knew why. The explosive revelation that Gavin had allegedly cheated with their children's nanny. Tabloids ran wild with the salacious story, painting it as a classic case of celebrity infidelity. But the real truth behind their split was far more complex, revealing a web of deception that went back to the very beginning of their relationship. The fairy tale beginning, 1995 to 2002. Gwen and Gavin's romance began in the mid-90s when No Doubt and Bush were both rising stars in the alternative rock scene. Their 2002 wedding in London was a lavish affair, with Gwen wearing a custom John Galliano gown. They seemed like the perfect rock star couple. She was America's sweetheart. He was the British bad boy turned devoted husband. For years, they presented an image of marital bliss, complete with 3 children, Kingston, Zuma, and Apollo, in a seemingly unbreakable bond. The nanny scandal that wasn't what it seemed 2014-2015. The official story that emerged during their divorce was that Gavin had been having a 3-year affair with their children's nanny, Mindy Mann. Tabloids published grainy photos of them together, and Gwen was portrayed as the devastated wife who had been betrayed in the worst possible way. But insiders later revealed that the nanny story was actually a smokescreen for something much darker. 1. The illegitimate child. Court documents showed that Gavin had been secretly paying child support since 2011 to a woman in London, a backup singer from his touring days who had given birth to his child in 2007. This meant he had been living a double life for nearly 8 years of their marriage. 2. The financial deception. Forensic accountants discovered that Gavin had been siphoning money from their joint accounts to support his secret family. At one point, he'd withdrawn $250,000 under the guise of recording equipment that never materialized. Perhaps most shockingly, Gwen had believed Gavin had gotten a vasectomy after their 3rd child. In reality, he'd never gone through with the procedure, a fact she only discovered during divorce proceedings. The divorce battle and its aftermath 2015-2018. The divorce played out in both public and private. The settlement. Despite California's community property laws, Gwen managed to keep the bulk of her $150 million fortune, largely because of Gavin's deception. He walked away with about $20 million in limited custody rights. The Revenge album. Gwen channeled her pain into 2016's This Is What the Truth Feels Like, which debuted at number 1. Songs like Used to Love You contained encrypted messages. The Morse code in the bridge spells fraud. The second family revealed. In 2017, photos surfaced of Gavin's now 10-year-old daughter, who bore a striking resemblance to Kingston. This forced Gwen to explain the situation to their children much sooner than planned. The hidden Hollywood system that enabled it. What made Gwen and Gavin's split particularly noteworthy was how it exposed Hollywood's dirty secrets. 1. The celebrity NDA system. Their nanny had signed an ironclad NDA that prevented her from telling her side of the story, leading to a one-sided media narrative. 2. The good divorce myth. For years, they had presented themselves as having the perfect marriage, when in reality, problems had existed since the beginning. 3. The industry cover-up. Several music executives admitted they'd known about Gavin's infidelities for years, but said nothing to protect both artists' marketability. Where they are now, the aftermath saw both artists take dramatically different paths. Gwen's reinvention. She found love with Blake Shelton, reinvented herself as a country crossover artist, and launched a successful beauty line. Gavin's decline. His music career faltered and he became something of a Hollywood pariah. He eventually married Australian singer Sophie Monk in 2019. The children's perspective. In a heartbreaking 2021 interview, Kingston spoke about how difficult it was to learn about his half-sister through tabloids rather than from his parents. The lasting impact. Gwen and Gavin's divorce changed several aspects of celebrity culture. 1. Prenup evolution. Their case led to infidelity clauses becoming standard in Hollywood prenups. 2. Nanny vetting process. Agencies now require psychological evaluations for celebrity household staff. 3. Child support transparency. California changed its laws to prevent hidden child support payments. The real story wasn't about a momentary lapse in judgment. It was about 13 years of carefully constructed lies finally coming to light.
I like the idea that we're both working and both doing what we love. I mean, anyone who has kids knows about
My situation particularly
was mindful of, I think, in a very contentious, hugely emotional, flared up situation with a very difficult situation, less said, soonest mended. And I said nothing. It's not my place to say anything, because I also can't, I'm handcuffed, because I would never want to overly say anything negative.
Breakup number 3, Khloé Kardashian and Tristan Thompson. The never-ending cycle of infidelity and forgiveness. Khloé Kardashian and Tristan Thompson's relationship has become one of the most infamous celebrity sagas of the past decade, representing a modern-day Greek tragedy of love, betrayal, and public humiliation. Their story isn't just about a failed relationship. It's about the psychology of forgiveness, the pressures of fame, and how reality TV has blurred the lines between personal pain and public entertainment. The couple first met in 2016 when Khloé was still recovering from her very public divorce from Lamar Odom. At the time, Tristan was a rising NBA star with the Cleveland Cavaliers, and their relationship moved quickly. Within months, Khloé was pregnant with their daughter, True, and the couple seemed genuinely happy. However, just days before Khloé was due to give birth in April 2018, video footage emerged showing Tristan cheating with multiple women at a Cleveland nightclub. The timing couldn't have been worse. The betrayal played out while Khloé was in active labor, with the entire world watching. What followed was a pattern that would repeat itself multiple times over the next 5 years. Khloé initially forgave Tristan, citing their newborn daughter as the reason for giving him another chance. But in early 2019, just as they seemed to be rebuilding trust, Tristan was caught kissing Kylie Jenner's then best friend, Jordyn Woods, at a party. This betrayal cut especially deep because it involved someone from their inner circle. The fallout was explosive. Khloé publicly shamed Jordyn on social media, while Tristan initially denied the allegations before eventually admitting the truth. The couple broke up, but their story was far from over. During the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, they quarantined together for True's sake and eventually rekindled their romance. Khloé spoke openly about how the isolation had brought them closer, and by late 2020, they were trying for another baby via IVF. Then, in December 2021, just days before Khloé was set to reveal they were expecting their second child, news broke that Tristan had fathered a child with personal trainer Marilee Nichols while still with Khloé. The paternity lawsuit included damning text messages proving Tristan had tried to pay Marilee to keep quiet about the pregnancy. This final betrayal seemed to be the breaking point. Khloé called off their relationship for good and gave birth to their son via surrogate in summer 2022 without Tristan by her side. However, even this wasn't the end of their saga. In mid-2023, rumors swirled that Khloé was considering giving Tristan yet another chance after he reportedly stepped up as a father to both True and their son. This back and forth has left fans both frustrated and fascinated. Why does someone as successful and beautiful as Khloé keep taking back a man who has publicly humiliated her multiple times? The answer lies in several complex factors. First, there's the undeniable chemistry between them that even Khloé has admitted is hard to resist. Then there's the family factor. Khloé grew up with divorced parents and has spoken about wanting a traditional family unit for her children. There's also the business aspect. Their relationship drama has generated countless storylines for Keeping Up with the Kardashians and its successor show The Kardashians, proving that even personal pain can be monetized in their world. Psychologists have analyzed their relationship as a textbook case of trauma bonding, the phenomenon where intense emotional experiences, both positive and negative, create powerful attachments. Each time Tristan betrayed Khloé, the subsequent reconciliation period created an even stronger bond between them. The public nature of their relationship added another layer of complexity, with millions of fans weighing in on every decision and making it harder for Khloé to walk away without feeling like she was admitting defeat. Financially, their relationship has been surprisingly balanced. Unlike many celebrity couples where one partner is significantly wealthier, both Khloé and Tristan have substantial net worths. Khloé from her reality TV career and Good American clothing line, Tristan from his NBA contracts and endorsements. This meant their breakup didn't involve the messy financial battles seen in other celebrity divorces, though they did have to negotiate custody arrangements for their 2 children. The cultural impact of their relationship can't be overstated. They've become a case study in modern relationships, how social media amplifies betrayals, how reality TV blurs public and private lives, and how traditional gender roles play out in high-profile couples. Tristan's repeated infidelities have made him one of the most disliked NBA players among female fans, while Khloé's willingness to forgive has sparked debates about self-respect and second chances. As of 2024, they remain in each other's lives as co-parents, with Khloé stating she's done with romantic relationships with Tristan, but committed to maintaining a healthy environment for their children. Their story serves as a cautionary tale about love in the spotlight, how the same qualities that make a relationship exciting, passion, intensity, unpredictability, can also make it toxic. It also raises questions about whether some relationships are doomed from the start when they begin under the glare of reality TV cameras. What makes Khloé and Tristan's story unique isn't the cheating itself. Unfortunately, that's common in celebrity relationships, but the unprecedented level of public documentation. From the first betrayal during childbirth to the most recent paternity scandal, every twist and turn has played out in real time for millions to witness. This has created a strange dynamic where complete strangers feel invested in their relationship choices, for better or worse. Ultimately, their saga reflects broader societal issues: our obsession with celebrity relationships, our judgment of women's choices in love, and our fascination with watching train wreck relationships unfold. While their romantic relationship appears to be over for good this time, one thing is certain: the world will be watching to see what happens next in one of Hollywood's most dramatic modern love stories.
I mean, what happened between Tristan and I was not some small little incident. It was some massive situation that really was a very traumatic experience for me in my life.
I always ask myself, like, why do certain things that hurt certain people? I think the thing that always sticks to my mind, it's like, I know how much I care about you. I know how much I love you. You're my best friend. How come I meet my person? How come I've done so much wrong things to them? Like, why put you through that?
Breakup number 2, Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, the epic Hollywood love story that couldn't survive the spotlight. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck's relationship represents one of the most dramatic, scrutinized, and ultimately tragic love stories in modern Hollywood history. Their romance, which began in 2002, became a cultural phenomenon that defined early 2000s celebrity culture, only to spectacularly implode under the weight of media scrutiny, career pressures, and personal demons. The Bennifer Sagasti wasn't just a celebrity relationship, it was a perfect storm of fame, ambition, and public obsession that changed how we view celebrity couples forever. Their story began on the set of the now infamous film Giggly in 2002. Lopez was at the peak of her fame as a triple threat entertainer, coming off the success of her album J-Lo and films like The Wedding Planner, while Affleck was transitioning from his Good Will Hunting wonderkin status into full-fledged movie stardom. From the moment they met, their chemistry was undeniable, both on screen and off. Their relationship quickly became the most talked about romance in Hollywood, with every date, public appearance, and romantic gesture documented obsessively by the media. The intensity of their relationship was matched only by the intensity of the media frenzy surrounding them. Paparazzi followed their every move, creating a suffocating atmosphere that would eventually contribute to their downfall. Their engagement in November 2002, marked by Affleck presenting Lopez with a stunning 1-carat pink diamond ring, should have been the start of their fairy tale ending. Instead, it became the beginning of the end. The couple planned an extravagant wedding for September 2003, but postponed it just days before the ceremony, citing excessive media attention. This would prove to be the first crack in their relationship's foundation. The pressures they faced were multifaceted and relentless. Professionally, Giggly became one of the most notorious box office bombs in history, and the couple's real-life relationship became inextricably tied to the film's failure. Critics and audiences alike seemed to take pleasure in their professional struggles, with many blaming their highly publicized romance for distracting from their work. The media narrative quickly turned against them, painting them as more focused on their relationship than their careers. This professional backlash coincided with personal struggles. Affleck was battling gambling addiction issues, while Lopez was dealing with the pressures of maintaining her status as a global superstar. Their breakup in January 2004 sent shockwaves through Hollywood and beyond. The official reasons cited were the pressures of fame and conflicting schedules, but insiders suggested deeper issues. The constant media scrutiny had taken an enormous psychological toll on both of them, turning what should have been private relationship challenges into very public spectacles. In the aftermath, both stars retreated from the spotlight, Lopez focusing on her music career, Affleck stepping back from acting to deal with his personal issues. The cultural impact of Jennifer's rise and fall cannot be overstated. They were arguably the first modern celebrity supercouple, paving the way for how we consume and obsess over famous relationships today. Their romance coincided with the rise of celebrity gossip websites and the 24-hour entertainment news cycle, making them guinea pigs for a new kind of fame they weren't prepared to handle. The media's treatment of their relationship set precedents for how we would scrutinize future celebrity couples, from Brangelina to Kim. In the years following their split, both Lopez and Affleck rebuilt their careers and personal lives in dramatically different ways. Lopez became a global business mogul with her fashion and beauty lines, while continuing her successful music and acting careers. Affleck reinvented himself as a serious filmmaker, winning an Oscar for Argo in 2013. Both married other people and started families, seemingly moving on from their highly publicized romance. Yet the Jennifer story took an unexpected turn in 2021, when nearly 2 decades after their breakup, Lopez and Affleck rekindled their relationship. Their second act has been markedly different, more private, more mature, and seemingly more grounded. They married in 2022 in a low-key ceremony that stood in stark contrast to the media circus surrounding their first engagement. This unexpected reunion has fascinated fans and cultural commentators alike, raising questions about second chances, personal growth, and whether some connections truly are timeless. What makes the Jennifer saga so compelling is how it reflects broader themes about fame, love, and personal evolution. Their initial relationship represented the excesses and pressures of early 2000s celebrity culture, while their reunion speaks to the possibility of growth and redemption. The fact that their love story has spanned 2 distinct eras of their lives and 2 distinct eras of celebrity culture makes it unique in Hollywood history. From a psychological perspective, their relationship offers fascinating insights into how fame affects romance. The first time around, they were victims of what psychologists call intrusive fame, where public attention becomes so overwhelming it interferes with normal relationship development. Their reunion suggests they've learned to establish healthier boundaries with the media and with each other. Financially, the Jennifer phenomenon has been equally fascinating. Their initial relationship was estimated to have generated over $100 million in media value across magazines, TV appearances, and endorsements. The commercial failure of Giggly, $7.2 million worldwide against a $75 million budget, became unfairly tied to their personal lives, demonstrating how celebrity relationships can impact professional opportunities. Their story also highlights the gender dynamics of fame. Lopez faced disproportionate criticism during their initial relationship, with media often portraying her as the diva who was distracting Affleck from serious acting. This double standard reflects broader societal attitudes about successful women in relationships, a theme Lopez would later explore in her music and business ventures. The cultural legacy of Jennifer continues to evolve. Their initial relationship gave us terms like celebrity power couple and changed how Hollywood markets romantic pairings. Their reunion has sparked discussions about midlife love and second chances. And through it all, their story remains one of Hollywood's most enduring modern love stories, a tale of youthful passion, painful lessons, and ultimately unexpected redemption. What began as a whirlwind romance between 2 beautiful young stars became a cautionary tale about fame's corrosive effects on personal relationships. That it has now evolved into a story of mature love and second chances makes the Jennifer saga not just a celebrity breakup story, but one of Hollywood's most compelling narratives about growth, resilience, and the enduring power of connection. Breakup number 1, Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez, the tumultuous teen romance that defined a generation. The relationship between Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez stands as one of the most iconic, dramatic, and emotionally charged celebrity romances of the 21st century. What began as a sweet teen love story between 2 rising stars evolved into a years-long saga of passion, heartbreak, and public drama that captivated millions worldwide. Their on-again, off-again relationship, spanning from 2010 to 2018, became more than just tabloid fodder. It grew into a cultural phenomenon that reflected the changing nature of young love in the digital age. Justin and Selena first met in 2009 when Justin was just 15 years old and Selena was 17. Their connection was instant, facilitated by their shared experiences as young stars navigating fame. Justin, discovered on YouTube and rapidly ascending to global stardom, and Selena, transitioning from Disney Channel star to serious musician, found solace in each other's understanding of the unique pressures they faced. Their early relationship was kept relatively private, with both acknowledging they were dating but avoiding excessive public displays. This period, from 2010 to 2012, represented the golden era of Jelena, filled with sweet social media posts, supportive public appearances, and genuine teenage romance. However, as both their careers skyrocketed, the pressures began to show. Justin's sudden transition from teen heartthrob to adult pop star came with growing pains that played out publicly. His rebellious phase, marked by various controversies including legal troubles and erratic behavior, coincided with increasing strain in their relationship. Selena, meanwhile, was dealing with her own challenges, including health issues and the pressure to establish herself beyond her Disney image. Their first major breakup in late 2012 shocked fans, but was just the beginning of a complex cycle that would continue for years. What followed was a pattern that became all too familiar to their devoted fan base. Breakups followed by reconciliations, each more dramatic than the last. The years between 2013 and 2018 saw them break up and get back together multiple times, with each split generating massive media attention. Their relationship became a public spectacle, analyzed and dissected by fans and media alike. Social media amplified every aspect of their romance, from cryptic posts that seemed to reference each other to fan accounts dedicated to finding clues about their status. This constant scrutiny added immense pressure to their already complicated relationship. The emotional toll on both stars was evident. Selena's music became increasingly personal, with songs like The Heart Wants What It Wants and Lose You to Love Me, widely believed to be about Justin. These songs offered raw glimpses into the pain of their relationship, resonating with millions who had experienced similar heartbreak. Justin, too, channeled their relationship into his music, with tracks like Sorry and Mark My Words, fueling speculation about their status. Their art became a public diary of their private struggles, blurring the lines between personal expression and public consumption. One of the most painful aspects of their saga was the timing of their final breakup, coinciding with Justin's rapid move toward marriage with Hailey Baldwin. Selena's hospitalization for lupus-related complications in late 2017 and Justin's subsequent reconciliation with Hailey created a narrative that left many fans heartbroken. The release of Selena's Lose You to Love Me in 2019, coinciding with Justin's marriage, added another layer of public drama to their story. This song, widely interpreted as her final statement on their relationship, became her first #1 single, proving how deeply their story resonated with audiences. The psychological impact of their very public relationship cannot be overstated. Both stars have spoken about the difficulties of growing up in the spotlight, and their romantic entanglement amplified these challenges exponentially. The constant media attention, fan speculation, and pressure to maintain certain images took a toll on their mental health. Selena has been open about her struggles with anxiety and depression during this period, while Justin has discussed how fame affected his emotional well-being. Their relationship became a case study in how young celebrities navigate love under intense scrutiny. Financially, the Jelena phenomenon was massive. Their relationship generated countless magazine covers, social media trends, and media coverage worth millions. The business of being Jelena became its own industry, with fan accounts amassing millions of followers and media outlets dedicating entire teams to covering their every move. This commercial aspect added another layer of complexity to their personal struggles, as their pain became commodified for public consumption. The cultural impact of their relationship extends far beyond just celebrity gossip. Jelena represented the first major teen romance of the social media age, setting precedents for how young love would be consumed and discussed in the digital era. Their relationship coincided with the rise of platforms like Instagram and Twitter, making their every interaction subject to instant global analysis. The way fans engaged with their story, creating memes, analyzing posts for hidden meanings, taking sides in their breakups, pioneered new forms of celebrity interaction that continue today. Their individual growth since their final breakup has been remarkable to witness. Selena has become a mental health advocate and successful entrepreneur with her rare beauty line, while Justin has settled into married life and continued his music career. Both have matured significantly, with their public personas evolving beyond the drama of their early years. Yet despite moving on, the shadow of Jelena continues to follow them, with fans still speculating about potential reunions or hidden messages in their work. What makes Justin and Selena's story so enduring is its raw authenticity amidst the Hollywood gloss. Despite the fame, money, and glamour, at its core theirs was a relatable story of young love, heartbreak, and personal growth. The intensity of their connection, the pain of their separations, and the difficulty of moving on are experiences that resonate universally. Their relationship became a mirror for their fans' own romantic experiences, magnified 1,000 times by the spotlight. The legacy of Jelena is complex. It serves as both a cautionary tale about the dangers of young love in the public eye and a testament to the enduring power of first loves. Their story highlights how social media has transformed celebrity relationships, for better or worse. And it remains one of the most compelling narratives in pop culture, a modern-day Romeo and Juliet tale that played out across magazine covers, Instagram posts, and Billboard charts. Ultimately, Justin and Selena's relationship represents more than just celebrity gossip. It's a cultural touchstone that reflects how we consume fame, how young stars navigate adulthood in public, and how love stories evolve in the digital age. While both have moved on professionally and personally, the impact of their relationship continues to influence how we think about celebrity romance, fan culture, and the price of young fame. Their story, with all its joy and pain, remains one of the defining pop culture narratives of our time. If you have been watching till now, here we have a bonus breakup story. The Weeknd and Selena Gomez, a whirlwind romance that redefines celebrity relationships in the social media age. The relationship between The Weeknd, Abel Tesfaye, and Selena Gomez was one of the most talked about celebrity pairings of 2017, not just because of their star power, but because of how it played out publicly through music, social media, and carefully crafted public appearances. Their 10-month romance became a case study in modern celebrity relationships, where art, personal life, and social media narratives blend together to create a story that fans could follow like a dramatic series. What made their connection particularly fascinating was how it intersected with Selena's highly publicized past with Justin Bieber and how The Weeknd channeled their relationship into his music, creating an unusually transparent window into their private world. The couple first sparked dating rumors in January 2017 when they were spotted getting cozy at a Los Angeles restaurant. The timing was significant. Selena had recently taken a break from her career to focus on her health following a lupus diagnosis and subsequent kidney transplant, while The Weeknd was riding high from the massive success of his album Starboy. Their relationship moved quickly, with Selena appearing alongside The Weeknd at the 2017 Met Gala just weeks after they went public. The images of them together, Selena in a stunning Coach gown and The Weeknd in a sharp Saint Laurent tuxedo, became instant tabloid gold. Their chemistry was undeniable, and their pairing seemed to signal a new chapter for both. Selena moving on from her tumultuous past with Justin Bieber, and The Weeknd stepping into a new level of mainstream fame. What made their relationship unique was how openly it played out through their work. The Weeknd, known for his moody, introspective R&B, began incorporating clear references to Selena into his music almost immediately. His 2017 Coachella performance featured visuals that included Selena's likeness, and fans quickly dissected lyrics from his subsequent releases for clues about their relationship. Selena, too, seemed to draw inspiration from their romance, with her 2019 album Rare containing several tracks that fans speculated were about The Weeknd. This blurring of lines between personal life and artistic expression became a hallmark of their relationship, creating a narrative that fans could follow across albums, social media posts, and public appearances. Their romance also marked a shift in how Selena presented herself to the world. After years of being tied to the Justin Bieber narrative, her relationship with The Weeknd seemed more mature and balanced. They traveled together, supported each other's careers, and presented a united front against media scrutiny. The Weeknd appeared genuinely supportive of Selena's health journey, accompanying her to medical appointments and speaking openly about his admiration for her strength. For a time, they seemed like one of Hollywood's most stable couples, a stark contrast to the drama that had characterized Selena's previous high-profile relationship. However, cracks began to show by summer 2017. The Weeknd's hectic touring schedule kept them apart for long stretches, and rumors swirled about tension between them. The real turning point came in October 2017 when The Weeknd was photographed with his ex, model Bella Hadid, at a New York Fashion Week afterparty. While there was no evidence of wrongdoing, the images sparked immediate speculation about trouble in paradise. Just weeks later, in November 2017, news broke that Selena and The Weeknd had called it quits. The official reason cited was conflicting schedules, but insiders suggested that the long-distance nature of their relationship had taken its toll. The post-breakup period became even more fascinating than the relationship itself. Mere weeks after splitting from The Weeknd, Selena was spotted with Justin Bieber, reigniting the on-again, off-again relationship that had defined much of her young adulthood. The speed of this transition shocked fans and led to intense speculation about whether there had been overlap between the two relationships. The Weeknd, for his part, handled the situation with relative grace, avoiding public comments about Selena or Justin, but subtly addressing the situation through his music. His 2018 EP, My Dear Melancholy, was widely interpreted as a breakup album about Selena, with tracks like Call Out My Name containing painfully raw lyrics about heartbreak and betrayal. The cultural impact of their relationship extended far beyond typical celebrity gossip. The Weeknd and Selena represented a new kind of celebrity couple, one whose narrative played out across multiple media platforms in real time. Fans could follow their story through Instagram posts, notably Selena's infamous no-makeup selfie that broke the platform's like record, song lyrics, paparazzi photos, and even fashion choices. Their relationship became a masterclass in modern celebrity branding, where personal life and professional output are inextricably linked. The aftermath of their breakup also highlighted the double standards that still exist in how male and female celebrities are treated after high-profile relationships. While The Weeknd was able to channel his heartbreak into critically acclaimed music that enhanced his reputation as a serious artist, Selena faced intense scrutiny about her personal life choices. The narrative quickly shifted to focus on her rekindled relationship with Justin Bieber, rather than her own artistic output, demonstrating how female celebrities often struggle to have their professional work separated from their romantic lives. Financially, their relationship had interesting implications for both careers. The Weeknd saw his mainstream profile rise significantly during their time together, with increased media coverage and brand opportunities. Selena, meanwhile, used the relationship as a transitional period before launching her most successful musical and business ventures to date. Their breakup coincided with, and possibly inspired, some of their most commercially successful work, proving that heartbreak remains one of pop culture's most reliable muses. What makes The Weeknd and Selena's relationship particularly noteworthy in the context of modern celebrity is how it represents the evolution of public relationships in the social media era. Unlike traditional Hollywood couples who could maintain some level of privacy, every aspect of their romance was documented, analyzed, and often misinterpreted by fans and media alike. The line between their authentic experiences and the narratives created around them became increasingly blurred, raising interesting questions about how much of a celebrity relationship is real and how much is performance for public consumption. Their story also reflects how celebrity relationships have become collaborative projects between stars, their teams, and the media. Paparazzi shots were carefully managed, social media posts strategically timed, and public appearances meticulously planned to craft a specific image. In this sense, The Weeknd and Selena's relationship was as much a business partnership as it was a romantic one, with both parties benefiting from the increased exposure while trying to maintain some semblance of personal authenticity. Years later, both have moved on. The Weeknd with increasingly successful music and acting projects, Selena with her beauty empire and continued music career. But the legacy of their relationship remains significant in how it demonstrated the complex interplay between celebrity, art, and personal life in the digital age. Personal. Their romance may have been brief, but it perfectly encapsulated what modern celebrity relationships have become: multi-platform narratives where the boundaries between public and private, real and performed, are constantly being negotiated. Ultimately, The Weeknd and Selena's relationship represents a new paradigm in celebrity culture, one where artists don't just share their work with fans, but invite them into carefully curated versions of their personal lives. Their story highlights both the opportunities and pitfalls of this approach, showing how romantic relationships in the spotlight can fuel artistic inspiration while also exposing those involved to unprecedented levels of scrutiny. In an era where celebrity is increasingly participatory, their romance offered fans a chance to feel like active observers in a real-life love story, with all the beauty, drama, and heartbreak that entails.
I'm not trying to get validation. nor do I need it anymore. And I was absolutely broken inside. And I kept it all together enough to where I would never let you down, but I kept it too much together to where I let myself down.